Hello ladies! Today we're going to talk about the 5-step manifestation process. The first person that I ever heard about this was through Regan Hillier. So if you don't know about Regan Hillier, I would highly recommend that you search her and feel into her magic and her information that she has available. Okay, so firstly we're just going to drop into our body. So finding somewhere comfortable to sit, whether that's at the table or on the lounge or on the floor or out in nature. If you haven't already, get a pen and paper. And just taking a moment to sit with your body, closing down your eyes, placing a hand on your heart, your stomach, your womb. Feeling the rise and fall of your stomach as you breathe. Practicing the yogi breath of pushing out when you breathe in. Letting out a sigh. Letting go of all the things that are on your mind at the moment. Letting go of the outside world. Letting go. And just coming into yourself. And giving yourself the next half an hour to an hour for yourself to explore. If you still don't feel grounded, tapping onto your heart space. What does it feel like to be present with your body? Moving your head side to side, front and back. Just inviting yourself to be present here and now. And when I tap, I say to myself, I am here. I invite all of my body, my being, here and now. I am present with myself. One more deep breath in. Hold for a moment and out. Rubbing your hands together and placing them over your eyes. As you come back into the space. And from here, ladies, just bowing down your head, placing your hands over your heart, maybe closing down your eyes again, and just taking a moment to notice where you are in your life right now. Noticing the people that are around you, noticing your home, noticing your health, noticing your workplace, creation place, noticing your hobbies, noticing the things that challenge you or inspire you. And once you've got an idea of this and you can see this and you understand this as if it is your reality, which it is, take a moment to see yourself in 12 months' time. What are you doing in 12 months' time? Are you doing the exact same thing that you're doing right now, or are you doing something different? Are you creating something? Are you surrounded by different people? Are you eating differently? Are you living in a different place? Are you at a different job or doing something differently? And then if you can, just pinning that, just leaving it there, letting your mind think about it while you move on to the next thing. Be courageous enough to see yourself in 5 years' time. What are you doing now? Are you traveling? Do you have that online business? Do you have that house, that home, maybe that family, maybe you want kids in 5 years' time? You have those clients. Maybe you just know a lot more about yourself in 5 years' time. Maybe you're running that marathon. And again, pinning this moment in time, letting your mind continue to think about it while we come back into the room and start our journaling process. Opening up our eyes again, getting ready to start our process. Alright ladies, so the first thing that we want to do is get our pen and paper and write down our very first step, which is our current reality. Alright, and there's something so magical about actually putting our thoughts and our mind chatter onto paper. So, writing down, what is my current reality right now? How does it look? In all areas, career, love, family and friends, fun, play, creation. What does money look like to me right now? What does my personal development look like to me right now? How does my love life with myself and my partner or people in my life look like right now? And pausing here if you need time. Right? Moving on to the next one. What is my dream in 6 months' time? Or in 12 months' time? Which one you decided? Which one feels more right for you? You decide. Is it 6 months? Is it 12 months? What is my dream reality in that time? And make sure that it feels good. It feels approachable. It feels like, yes, I can do that. You know, if you know that you've got a heck of a lot of weight to lose and you give yourself 6 months and then in your mind you tell yourself, I'm not going to be able to lose this weight in 6 months. Maybe it's more realistic for you to put 12 months. If you are on minimum wage now and you want to have 20k months and you say, okay, 6 months, maybe that's not realistic. Maybe 12 months is realistic, or, you know, make a goal that is realistic and that in your mind, you know that you can achieve it. Okay, pinning this or pausing this. Now the next step, you've got your reality, you've got your dream in 6 months or 12 months. Now the reality after that reality, and this is the thing that a lot of people miss out or forget or don't think about, which is challenging because a lot of people, they get to the goal and they don't know what they're doing after, and a lot of times when they hit that goal, they then bounce back or they go back to the old habits because they got nothing else to inspire them. Like people, they want to have an amazing partner. So they get the amazing partner and then 6 months later, they get bored because they haven't actually set a new intention or created the dream after the dream. Same with getting fit or exercising all the time or creating that business. Whatever it is for you. So what's the dream after the dream in all areas that we've talked about? And through each one of these points, leaving space to add on, but also being very clear. Okay, the dream after the dream might be, your first dream might have been to save some money. The second dream might be, okay, we're ready to buy a house. So what is that house? Where is that house? How does that house make you feel? How many rooms does that house have? Okay, pausing if you need. The next step is, what are my limiting beliefs or the stories that I tell myself that stop me from getting to where I want to be? So if you've said, I want to be fit and active, the story might be, I hate going to gym. The story might be, I'm ashamed of myself. The story might be, I'm really comfortable where I am. Whatever your limiting stories are. I want to be fit and active, but I don't want to exercise at the gym. I want to be really successful, but I earn $20 an hour. What's the but stories that you tell yourself? And again, this might be really challenging, and this is something that you never thought about before. It might be really challenging if you, have never thought about it. Okay, so if that's you, that's okay. Leave some space, and over the next few days, whenever you think about what you want, notice your mind. Okay, if you say, okay, I want to start eating really healthy, and then in the next few days you notice you're going to the fridge to get the chocolate, ask yourself, be aware of your thoughts and see what you tell yourself. Oh, it doesn't matter. Or, oh, it's fine. Or we'll reassess tomorrow. Whatever it is. Okay, so when you've done that, pausing the video before we move on to the next step. Okay, so now we are we've written down all the things that we are telling ourselves, the limiting stories, the disempowering thoughts. Now we're going to put a line through them and recreate. This is the step that I call rewiring our thoughts. So we've become aware of the limiting thoughts. Now we're going to write the thoughts that we want to create. So I am fit and I am unfit and don't want to go to the gym. Or I don't want to go to the gym because I'm unfit. Right? Put a line through it, and then write the new phrase being, I go to the gym regardless of how I feel. See how different that feels? It's more positive, more motivative, more expansive. It's kind of saying to myself, I don't care about your stories. We're going to go anyway. It's you being your own biggest cheerleader. It's you being the supportive person that you want. You being your best girlfriend. Okay? It's, I love eating chocolate. Put a line through it and then write next to it, I love eating healthy and I treat myself with chocolate. Rewire it. It's a treat. It's not a habit, it's a treat. Okay? I have always earned minimum wage. Put a line through it and then write, I am worthy of receiving $50 an hour. I know that I can receive $50 an hour. It is available for me to receive an abundance of money. Okay, now these are things that might seem far-fetched for you right now, but it's starting the process of challenging your mind. Okay, challenging your mind to think in a different way. All right, if $50 an hour feels really far-fetched, maybe amp it up $5. Okay, whatever feels right for you. You just, see how you go. Right, now the next step after this one, pause if you need, is we've done the rewiring. The next step is, what do I need to do to get closer to where I want to be? Okay, so if my dream is to get fit and active, and then the dream after that is to run the marathon, and then I've told myself I can't do it, rewired it, I can do it. Now, the participation part is I'm going to the gym 3 times a week. Okay, if you've talked about being changing your eating habits, the participation part, which we're up to right now, is I am food prepping my food once a week. On Mondays, I'd food prep. Or I always have a fridge full of healthy, nutritious food. Or, okay, I know that I am shocking at cooking when I get home late from work, so I'm going to pre-prepare meals, or I'm going to eat as soon as I finish work, at work. That way, when I get home, I'm not tempted to eat rubbish, or I'm not tempted to buy something rubbish on the way home. What are you actually going to start creating and doing and participating in your reality to help with that goal? If you've talked about going to the gym, right? How many times are you going to the gym? Maybe your first step is actually getting a membership to go to the gym. Okay? And the final step for you here is in any sort of manifestation or creation, it's thinking of it, feeling into it, feeling as if you have it right now, and then the applying part is actually doing something that is aligned to that thing. So for you to activate this manifestation, and you talked about the marathon or going to the gym, the participation part in the manifestation is actually going to the gym. Of course, you can't create your manifestation if you don't actually participate in it. That being said, you also need to put a date next to it. Okay, we humans need a date for us to actually keep ourselves accountable. So right next to each of the things that you're doing to take that first step, write a date next to it. Okay, so when will you sign up to that membership? When will you go to the gym? When will you first go to the gym, or what days will you be going to the gym? When are you cleaning out your fridge? And when are you going to the local market and getting fresh, healthy, nutritious meals for you to add? What days are you food prepping? Put in those dates next to it. And actually, this is the big thing, is giving yourself enough courage and being your biggest cheerleader that you actually do the thing that you said you're gonna do. Like we will make a promise to our friends, I'll call you tomorrow. And then we call them tomorrow because we said we're gonna call them tomorrow. Or, yes, Grandma, I will pick you up next week and we'll go shopping. You know that you're gonna show up for her. So this time around, show up for yourself. Everything that you've written there, and the date, show up for you. Be your own biggest cheerleader. And if I can inspire you for anything with creation and mindset and changing your beliefs. It's actually being so self-aware and so courageous enough and angry enough and frustrated enough to get out of your own way. Okay? So with all of this, putting your journal aside, giving thanks to firstly Regan Hillier for sharing this with me, which I can share to you, but also giving thanks to you right now, because that is a long process, and I know when you're starting the journey it feels very overwhelming. And even when you're on the journey and you still don't know what's going on in your life, it can feel very challenging. So give yourself a moment now just to, thanks Chloe for doing that for me. Okay. And over the next couple of days, add to it. If today you feel like you've done about 50%, because you weren't really sure what was going on, you weren't really prepared for it, you're kind of in a weird headspace, whatever the story is, great. Give yourself permission to do it again in a few days' time. And look, I highly recommend doing it in a week or two's time if you've never done it before, because now you've planted so many new thoughts for yourself that your mind is processing without you even realizing. Okay, so in 2 weeks' time, you might actually give yourself full permission to do this, and some new things will come out. Okay, and if I can give you any tips, it's be really clear with what you want. Okay, and if you don't know exactly how it looks, write down how it makes you feel. Yeah. All right, that's everything for today. Thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to the next connection, and really looking forward to hearing what comes alive for you, what changes or challenges you, what changes you make, all the different sides of things. And remember that this process takes time.